A lucky find, or maybe a very unlucky find. The Necronomicon from the Evil Dead 2 board game. Hello and welcome to The Lucky Roll, an eclectic channel for eclectic games. And today I'm going to be unboxing Evil Dead 2, the board game. Now, this is a game that you can't really get at retail anymore. You can still get it on eBay in various places, but this was a very lucky purchase that I had made at a board game convention in Ireland called NaveCon. It's a great convention. It's on twice a year, but they have a second-hand market table where people bring in their games and you can buy them second-hand. I personally feel like I won the lotto with this because the game is still sealed and it came with the extras pack. Now, the original Evil Dead game, Evil Dead 2, was a failed Kickstarter project. There was a bit of scandal over it and a lot of people got their fingers burnt. That was all I'd heard of it until I saw this and decided to check up. And what happened was another company called Jasco got the license for the Evil Dead board game and did something called a Heartthrob campaign, where original backers of the original failed Evil Dead 2 game got a copy of this game if they were willing to pay the shipping costs for Jasco. And I thought, fair play to them. That was a bit of good news I wasn't aware of, and I was happy to read of it. It's a game for 3 to 6 players. And it's 60 minutes, and there's a kind of a betrayal of the house on a hill type of game to it, where one of the players is kind of a traitor. So there's a kind of a different aspects, I think, where halfway through the game they turn on each other, things like that. There's 6 human characters, and you have a Deadite version and a human version. Now, the Evil Dead 2 game, of course, is, if you're into slapstick horror, is just one of the best films going. Bruce Campbell is amazing. This is the film, I think, that really made himself and Sam Raimi famous, and it's just a whole load of fun. It's slapstick horror. So with no further ado, let's unbox this and see what we have inside. So that is unsealed, and I have to make sure now, of course, I don't lose the combat ash card. So I'm going to put this aside very carefully. So again, the combat ash card is interesting. We'll just zoom in on that. So it's like a 6-hand, 29 health, and once per turn discard 1 card, build 1 asset from your discard pile. When committing cards to pass a check, you may commit assets as if they were foundations, and it seems to cost us 6. So again, it's an extra card that was sellotaped on top of the board, probably part of the Kickstarter edition that the original owner got and never took, so I'm going to put that aside carefully. Now, this is a sleeve board game, so I'm just going to take the sleeve out, and that's nice. So you've got an active Necronomicon and a sedentary Necronomicon. So I like the fact that you open it up and the Necronomicon starts getting active and angry because you're about to open up this dangerous Deadite book. So, what is it? This, of course, it was bound in human flesh and written on human skin, so the Necronomicon was a real nasty thing. You have here the instruction book, which is 19 pages long, 20 if you count the last reference page. You have a components list, you have event cards, wound tokens, trap tokens, curse die, character cards. You have a simple setup, you have gameplay, you have a Deadite turn, so you have the pages in the Necronomicon. You have boss monsters such as Henrietta the Killer Tree, the Hand, and the Rotten Apple Head. You can play also as a Deadite, so of course there is a traitor mechanic in it. Taking too many wounds, defeating another player, and you have map areas and an appendix for the tokens and certain important terms. So again, it's not going to be too difficult to get this game into your head. You have the Evil Dead 2, the board game extras pack, which I fortunately have here. So again, like, it only cost me 35 euros for all this. So again, I do feel like I won the lotto. it has a Story, so there is a novel with it as well. And of course, Jasco, I believe, also made the Buffy the Vampire Slayer games. We have here a lot of tokens, so we seem to have barriers here, which I presume are for blocking doors. You have shotgun shells, you have possibly pitfalls, you have axes, you have, I think, the spear from the Necronomicon, or possibly from the whole thing was kind of an archaeological dig, and I think that's from that. More shotgun shells. You have runners, you have a lucky rabbit's foot, you have the pages of the Necronomicon here, a lot of various ones. You have a pair of gloves, you have a pendant. Of course, this is what kind of turned evil Ash back into normal Ash, because he was crying about Linda. You have the torches, you have what looks to be, could be holy water with a Celtic cross, which is interesting. A couple of more pendants, what could be chicken legs, I think. You have the chainsaw, you have more wood, you have whiskey and plenty more wood. You have the Necronomicon itself, and we have a few pit traps here and a few spare tiles. And of course, these are all question marks on the other side, except for the Necronomicon and the pitfalls. We have here what I presume are player boards or player aids. So you have Evil Dead 2, the board game on one side, and what I presume are hit points on the other. And yep, no, I was right, it was cooked chicken. So there's an explanation here of all the tokens. So alcohol, discard to get 2 action points. Cooked chicken, discard to remove 3 wounds from your character. The leather gloves, discard to steal an item from another player in your area. Rabbit's foot, discard to reroll any number of cursed dice you roll. Wooden spikes, so if there's no deadite minions in your area, discard this to place a trap token in your area. The first deadite minion in entering the area is killed and the trap is discarded. Pendant, human players only. Discard before making a virtue check instead of rolling the dice. Flashlight, discard to place tokens face up. Barricade, place a barricade. Holy water, so it is holy water with a Celtic cross. Reveal 1 corruption card for any player and leave it face up. Shotgun shells, running shoes, you get +1 speed. Chainsaw, you have a permanent +1 attack success every time. Kandarian dagger, before rolling for your attack, discard the 2 gain successes. And we have an axe where you may reroll 1 die per axe whenever you have an attack, and of course different explanations here. And the Necronomicon page, collect a tree to cast the spells below. So seal portal, speed boost, identify deadite, command deadite, bend time, and summon a deadite. So again, yeah, these are definitely player aids. So you have 6 of them, so I'm just going to zoom back out. So that's grand actually, in the sense that you have all the information literally there in front of you on the board. We have the board itself, which of course is going to be the cabin. So I'm just going to zoom out here so we can get a good look at it. So it's a big board, but it's not a massive table hog. You have seal or summon tokens here, so I'm guessing it's a battle between the evil and good players as to whether you can kind of summon the deadites or seal them away. You have rooms for, I presume, traps, and places for deadites to summon. So you have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, so I presume that's where random deadites would come across. You have a hallway. You have the study with the actual tape where your man played the magic words. You have the kitchen. You have the bathroom with a little hallway around the back. That's interesting. You have the sitting room with the piano. You have another bedroom, and you have the cellar trapdoor, which was a great part in the movie. And of course you have the work shed all the way out here. So again, anyone familiar with the movie would recognize the cabin quite well. And yeah, there was the deer. The part where I had to stop the movie from laughing so much was when the stuffed deer came alive and just started laughing at Ash. So that is the board itself. We have here what I presume are the minis underneath this. So we have, of course, cards here. So this is Henrietta. So we'll have a look at those later. We have a dice. So you've got a deadite symbol, a blank symbol, and a chainsaw symbol. So I'm guessing that that is scoring a hit, and that is, of course, the deadite scoring a hit on you. We have here the evil tree. Now, it's not the most desperately detailed one, I have to be honest, but nevertheless, it's a cool little meaning. And we have here, of course, another deadite coming in through the door, and some nice little faces here. But again, slightly plain. So it's like they will paint up nicely. Don't get me wrong, but I do find that especially in wood textures, if there's slightly more grainy, it tends to look a little bit better. So maybe if you do plan to paint these, dry brush a little bit. And we have another box of minis here. And what's nice is that the inserts all fit there. So let's open these minis and see what we have inside. So we have the human version of, I believe, Jake, the hillbilly. So he's there with his shotgun. We have a possessed version of, is it Linda? She's wearing the little mask. We have a deadite version of someone carrying their own head. Oh, of course, I think that would actually, I think that's Linda because she was decapitated. So this is probably Bobby Joe, I think maybe. We have here, which I think is Linda, Ash's girlfriend, and she's there in her bare feet. And we have here a deadite Jake. So you can tell from his kind of onesies. And we have here another deadite female character with a tree branch, which is interesting. So I like to think that this game is kind of, there's a siege and one of you within is working against each other. We have here Human Ash being very heroic, and he's got both hands. We have we have the hand without, well, I'm going to spoil the movie a little bit here, but so skip on maybe a minute if you want to avoid the spoiler. But at one point Ash his hand gets possessed and it starts beating the 7 shades of lumps out of him, and he goes so annoyed with it that he actually chains off his own hand, and it becomes its own character, just taunting him and just giving him the finger and everything. It was just funny and how absurd it is. So I'm glad that they actually included the hand in this. You have here Combat Ash, so he's got the shotgun and he's got the chainsaw for a hand. We have here that's Bobby Joe, I believe. That's your man's girlfriend. We have, I'm not sure who this character is. Another female character. We have, I think, Possessed Ash here with 2 hands. We have a tree coming through the window. That's actually pretty cool. And we have just another tree, so I presume if you're outside, that's what's grabbing you. We have a deadite here running at you. These are not bad minis, to be fair. And we have, oh, that was your one's mother, I think. Oh, it was horrific with the floppy, everything. And again, I think this is one of the other characters. So really cool little minis here, actually. Very reminiscent of the movie. I have to watch it again. And we have a final bag here of deadites, I believe. So I think a lot of these are going to be kind of similar, but that's a pretty cool deadite. Yeah, I think they're all predominantly the same. It's the same mini over and over and over, but again, nothing wrong with that because it means it's very easily recognizable. So yeah, just cool little deadites, and you get a ton of them. So I'm going to put these away and we'll have a look at the cards. So this is Henrietta, I think, which was someone's mother, I believe, or pretending to be someone's mother. So we have Henrietta, who has special rules, requires 3 successes in the same attack roll to defeat. So she must be a boss card, yeah. And we have the hand. I love the fact that the hand is a boss card. We've the Killer Tree, which of course we saw in there, and we've Rotten Applehead again, which is again another boss card. We have Ash with his stats. We have Linda with her stats. We've Ed, that's of course the other person, and we have Annie, who is the one stabbing people. We have Jake, the hillbilly, and Bobby Joe, the other hillbilly. And we have a couple of deadite cards here, so just corruption, and a couple of human cards here. So I'm guessing these are like loyalty cards. So there is a ton of these cards and only 3 Deadeye cards. So if you do get corrupt, you still retain a chance of staying human, but you can never be 100% sure. And we have event cards here, which just signify different things. So spawn deadites in the different spaces. Evil Dead, Gathering Darkness, Ray of Sunlight, Look Around, The Hand Turned Red, The Trees Are Alive, Rain, and We're Gonna Die. So those are the cards for the Evil Dead game. No, that's not all. We were also very lucky in the sense we got the extras pack. So we're just going to open this and see what we have inside. That's not part of it. The extras pack was already open when I got it. So I'm just going to put that aside. We have here the instructions. So we got a Gooseneck Henrietta and a Badash. So we have here more event cards. So I'm just going to open these. So they're all event cards, no doubt attached to the extras box. So we have things like Final Demon Form, He's Gone Bad, probably, yep, Spawn Badash in the study. Laugh it up. Hope that again. Spawn the Crazy Deer Head in the study again, which was one of my favorite parts in the film. So I'm delighted that that's in it. Hunter's Nightmare. It's so cute. What are those? There's more of them, and there's more of them. So a nice few little event cards. So I'm just going to put these back. We have Badash. He doesn't actually look that bad. He's missing his hand, so I presume it's after the corruption. He has the shotgun. And we have Henrietta with the gooseneck, which I remember. And we have here the last seal pack of extras. So let's open them out here. We have a little bat spawn thing. We have a possessed squirrel, dead-eyed squirrels, good lord. And this is the deer, another deer. Again, actually, I was kind of critical of the tree, the large tree miniatures, but these aren't too bad. They're a little smooth. They don't have the texture, but if you're a halfway decent painter, you can work with it. Some barriers, which I think probably replace the cardboard tokens, so that's a nice thing to have. We have another little bat thing. We have, oh, here's the deer head. So this is when this thing was just laughing. We have another deer. We have the spike or something like that. We have the axe. So these are weapons. So these are items. So you get items as well. And oh, look, you have the chainsaw here. So you can get that from the workshop. We have another deer. We have another possessed squirrel. Another possessed squirrel. Another axe. And we have the shotgun. Now, what was it? A Remington side-by-side double-barrel shotgun. My boomstick, as he calls it. And you have another possessed squirrel, a third shotgun, and 2 more barriers. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is everything in this Evil Dead board game box. Now again, this was out a while back, but it was just a lovely surprise for me at this great convention called NaveCon to see it. I had a quick look. You can still get it on eBay and other places, so even if you can't get it retail, it may be something worth picking up, especially if you're a fan of the franchise like I am. And I'm going to be selfish and do a review, despite the fact that it isn't probably not available for retail anymore, because why not? As always, if you enjoy these videos, please like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. And until next time, this is Sean from The Lucky Roll, signing off.